Talking Luther College men's and women's track and field with head coach Jeff Weddick. Haven't seen you in a few weeks, Coach. Was it something I said?
No, now we sent the B team in today, see.
I see.
Vaughn and Maggie are the A team combined, so you'll put up with me.
Well, we can definitely do that.
Right.
But you went in a couple of different directions last weekend. First of all, you went down to the Drake Relay, sent a few events down there. What did you take away from competing at America's Athletic Classic?
That's a good question because I was not there. Coach Vaughn, Coach Yarrow, Coach Maggie were there, and so by word of mouth and what they report was, I would say the highlight was our women's shuttle hurdle relay that ran a second best time in school history, only 800ths off the school record that was set there last year. And that's significant because you're in with a lot of university and college division teams, and it was run in the rain, as were, I believe, every one of our events they ran in the rain, which is, that's part of our sport, and everybody there is in the same boat, so really proud of them and their performances. I think our sprint crew really had a good weekend there as well. I'll mention a few names that were significant because they're kind of leading this crew in multiple events. Cole Hawker for the men, Peter Crum, really nice racing down there. Kurt Hillman and John Donovan from the mid-distance side, also strong performers. On the women's group, Alexis Hovey and Aaron Kammer have been doing a really great job with the sprint corps, and Leah Broderick has really stepped up in the 400 force. Sydney Gert, Tricia Saris, they ran well also in those mid-distance relays. So nothing that was earth-shattering in our performances, a lot of good solid performances, and then that hurdle relay team.
So there was weather down
in There was weather. I didn't experience it, but there was weather, yes.
And the rest of the squad went up to St. Mary's this past Saturday. What did you take away from that?
Well, I took away from that some great development for our team in general. And you'd think, well, it's so late in the season, is that helpful? It's like, you bet it is, because we try to focus, we discuss and talk about and strive to keep progressing as a team right up to the last day of the season. This meet was really significant for our team. Often we go there with a lot of our, what we call frontline proven performers are not there with us because they're at Drake. And same case this year, but we had so many people step up and take advantage of that meet, and turned out with some good weather there where the sun broke through late in the day. And it's a long meet, it's an 8-hour meet. And so to keep focused when you're an athlete and say you're not competing until the very end of the day, that's a challenge. But boy, we had some good performances. And I will mention a few names because again, some folks really came through that we hadn't seen before in strong performances. For example, Patrick Finnegan and Luke Lumbar, two freshmen in the steeplechase for our guys, ran extremely well. Isaac Jensen headed up our 1500 along with Eric Duthman, another freshman. They were both in the top 7 or 6 or so in the 1500. So that was really pleasing to see. Let me see on the other side, the men's group, Elijah Kane is another freshman. He's doing great things for us. He ran in the 4x100 relay team and has worked his way into the A team now. And that group was kind of neat too because they took advantage of going to a meet where they typically aren't the A team and they placed second place. So that was Cooper Nelson, Elijah, Jake Traratola, and Wyndham Shields. So pretty good stuff out of them. I would also mention for the women's team, our relay teams were third in the 4x100, second in the 4x400, and this was a large meet. Mm-hmm. There were about 11 teams there, so that was great. Anna Lampy came back from Drake and ran an outstanding 400 hurdle time to win that event, and doesn't place her in the top 25 nationally, but she's on the verge of that. I'd say our javelin throwing group, I'll back up to the men with Elijah, his brother Lucas, and then Kristen Bublitz. All 3 first-year guys were 1st, 2nd, and 4th in the javelin field. And it was a large field, so very great job by them. And I'll mention Jackie Hoymie's done a super job with our throwing crew. We have some young women in there, and Jackie's kind of the solid rock of that group and performing well in all 3 throwing events that she does. And she's been a great leader there and throwing very well.
And coming up this week, you've got the duel that you usually do against Wartburg. Going to be out here at Carlson Stadium Thursday afternoon. What's your approach to that meet?
Yeah, have our best meet of the year. And I like to tell our team that whatever meet is next on our schedule, I say that's the most important meet of the year because it's the one that's next. And boy, this has become an annual event. We've been doing it for quite a few years, and it's our chance to have it in our home facility. Obviously, it's the last home meet of the season, but also for our large group of seniors. I think we have a lot of motivation to do well going against the team from the other school. I would anticipate us to have some outstanding performances. We'll do everything we can to score points and be extremely competitive with not just our top person in each event, but multiple people. And another sidelight of this, aside from being a scored meet against a rival through the years, is it's very instrumental in setting our lineup for the conference championships the next week. So it's an opportunity for people to prove that, yes, I should be in this event or that event. Maybe we'll see some surprises in there, but real important to our team in that way.
All right, hopefully you can run fast, turn left, jump high, and throw long.
We planned on it. 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, no charge. You can come to that event for free.
Jeff Whittick talking Luther College men's and women's track and field.